Yeah, right, everyone. Welcome back. Good afternoon, all that kind of stuff. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all well. Hope you're all blessed and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. So I've been speaking today with someone who's quite, how can we put it, in the know on this corner of YouTube. Yeah, there is a fight and it's imminent. It's booked for the end of October. The 12-week, yes, the 12-week training camps are back on, ladies and gentlemen. What am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than Brett May versus Decca Heggie, 4-ounce gloves at the end of October in Manchester City Centre. At the moment, undisclosed venue. The organisers, the promoters are getting it all together. There's going to be quite a few names, quite a few ex-fighters. Well, some people might say has-beens, but it's going to be a star-studded evening as well. Big Shaq is performing. He's a #1 hit song, Man's Not Hot. Yeah, there's going to be celebs there. Love Island, Sammy, Daniela Westbrook. You know, one of the actors from Rise of the Foot Soldier, Part 5. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a happening. It's going to be a happening event. And I've brought you the exclusive. Yeah, so as everybody knows anyway, Decca's back, you know, giving off cryptic clues on his little shorts, yeah, about the incident in the library. Well, a little birdie tells me, just a couple of hours ago, that Decca has signed the fight with Brett. So they're going to get it on. Or are they? Who knows? Because it was due to take place at the beginning of September, and as per usual, Brett needed a further 12 weeks to get fit, ladies. You gotta make it up. You gotta fucking make it up. So it's now scheduled for the end of October, as I've already previously announced. What can I say? That's it. Big news. I think you'll all agree. And this is kosher. This is, you know what I mean. I've let the cat out of the bag, shall we say. There's a few other little tidbits that I know that I'm going to keep, you know, under wraps for the moment, you know what I mean, because of the organisers, promoters, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, you know what I mean. So the price is right. I believe both these gentlemen will be paid the handsome sum of 5 bags each. 5 grand. I don't think they're worth 500, I mean, Decca's been in and out of fucking jail for the last 2 years, and Brett's just been Brett, you know. And that's that. Nothing else has happened on YouTube. Absolutely nothing for me to cover. Done some shopping today. Yeah, I had one of them little Sainsbury's vouchers. You know where you can get £6 off if you spend £40 in store. Well, the bill come to £34 something, didn't it? So I thought, oh, I need some WD-40 for my squeaky bike, yeah? So I said to the lady, who happened to be a Muslim lady, you know, with one of them things on her head. I says, have you got any WD-40? Huh? She went like, I thought, all right, don't worry. I said, I'll be back, yeah? So I ran around the shop, you know what I mean, grabbed another rump steak, $4.50, grabbed some black bin bags. You never know when you might need to chop some up. No, I'm only joking. And it came to 41, so I got the £6, so about £35. So, in other words, a nice rump steak and some black bin bags cost me £1 steak. Hey, that's how you do it, mate. You don't think I'm going to let fucking Sainsbury's keep that fucking £6 with their prices? And then they've never got anything you want. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just bought a load of fruit, some eggs, some chickens, bought 3 chickens, 4 steaks, 2 lamb's liver, 36 eggs, you know what I mean, you know, and grapes and cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, you know what I mean. I'm taking this training seriously, mate. I was in training today in the little gym room, done dumbbell curls, alternated dumbbell curls, 17.5 kilos in each hand, shrugs, 30 kilos in each hand, side laterals, again with the 17.5 hex dumbbells, and finished off with some tricep push downs, you know what I mean. That I tried to do 30 kilos and I thought, ooh, you know what I mean, fucking hell, this is a bit, you know, so I thought, let's keep it what I normally keep it at. 25, you know, as you're pushing down, just pushing, building them triceps, mate. I've lost so much weight on my shoulders and on my arms, but everyone that I know has been complimenting me, you know, all the women, do you know what I mean? I've getting, tell you the truth, mate, in Sainsbury's today, I had a fair few looks. I had a fair bit of interest, you know, from the opposite sex. Do you know what I mean? They could sense the almost feline grace. The alpha male was walking around, you know, looking, planning, you know, scoping, you know what I mean? Having a little look at the celery. The celery, nah, it looked a bit, you know, crap. It just didn't look good. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just done the business and then done the weights. I do 2 workouts a week now, you know? What I done today, and another day I do landmine T-bar rows, dumbbell bench press now, and lat pull downs. I've give up with them rack pulls. They were sending like a sharp pain through my back. Do you know what I mean? And at my age, like I'm fucking 40 next year. I'm an old fart now. I thought I don't want like nerve damage, and you know what? Because I've always had a pain on my left hip. I was meant to have an ultrasound, yeah, to see what the pain was. Yeah, I've had it for years, about 3 years now, yeah, which I believe was to do with rack pulls anyway, yeah. So not only did I build them massive traps, and now I started getting a pain in the other hip. So now, like, when I lay down on that hip for a long time, you know, when I'm trying to sleep, wake up, mate, it's numb, it's so painful. So painful. So I thought, I unwrapped all the weights, shoved all the weights in the cupboards, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to stick with dumbbells. You can build your body better with dumbbells, you know? And, you know, and with, you know, some pullings, a little bit of pulling, like lat pull downs and T-bar rows, of course, and you do it naturally, not like, do you see Venice again? That guy, trust me, that guy, he's on borrowed time, let's just put it that way, if you get me. His ticker is not going to be able to put up with that amount of steroid abuse, yeah? You can clearly see on his short, and he's trying to be cheeky now, he knows that. Nobody believes him, and the doctors called him out about his lies, his deceit, yeah? I mean, the guy has a raging coke habit. Coke habit. He has a raging coke habit. If I could learn to talk, you know, that would be a start. Yeah? So, and he's lied about that for the last 20 years. Do you think he's going to come on here and tell you the truth about his... I mean, he's a little diddy man. He's a drug builder. That's not natural physique. And look at his face. That's accelerated aging. That's to do with steroid abuse. Anyone that mixes with steroids, you know what I mean? You get accelerated aging, you lose your hair, you know what I mean? You get all baggy under the eyes, all the traits that Venice has got. Do you know what I mean? He won't see 50, mate. Guaranteed. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, he's on so many PEDs. And no fighters fight like that, except for a handful that are like him. It just makes you see the way he's plodding around the ring on that pad work that he done the other day. Yeah, like that. And it's tense, because all little guys, they tense up, whereas big guy would just come, open up his wingspan, do you know what I mean, and make the little guy look smaller. But, you know, he falls into that trap, you know? And, you know, that it was a farce, to be honest, you know? And I have my suspicions, even if he really will be fit for this fight on September the 20th, for a vacant British heavyweight title with a non-existent fighter, yeah, another unknown, who's obviously going to be even shiter than the fucking Venice, that's going to take a dive. Do you get me? Gotta make it up, mate. The guy's out of shape. He's a big fat pudding. He's just a roided up, you know what I mean? Just, you know, people like that don't impress me. Muscles don't make you a tough guy, Venice. Neither do tattoos, mate. You know what I mean? You're a goof. You're an absolute goof, you know? And, you know what I mean? All right, there's still a few nitwits that are egging you on, but I think most sensible people know that you're abusing fucking PEDs at this point, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about just a little bit of TRT, you know, because he's nearly 50. Nearly 50. I don't think he'll see 50, but I've already covered that. Yeah, nothing else has happened, you know. That's all. Yeah, really, I wasn't really going to do a video today because just chilling, you know, like I said, I've had the week off work and I just want to, you know, put my feet up, you know what I mean? And I watched the football last night, watched the lesbianesses, the lionesses, yeah, better than the men, aren't they? Better than, but bloody hell, they're an ugly bunch, aren't they? You know what? The men's football team, they always look like male models, don't they? But the women's team, Jesus Christ, if they wasn't licking the other side of the stamp, you could see that no man would have that. Do you know what I mean? Unless he had a bottle of vodka fucking down him first. Jesus Christ, they've fallen out of the ugly tree, haven't they? Fucking hell. Oh, mate, where do we find them? Yeah, that's all, people. Have a good day. God bless.